Now at 5, we are getting into the heat of wildfire season with multiple fires prompting evacuations in Umatilla County right now.
And speaking of the heat, temperatures are going even higher for the weekend. When could we get a break? Meteorologist Tiffany Savona is taking a look ahead.
Plus, we are getting answers about a large law enforcement presence in Kennewick earlier today.
And the dreaded blue screen of death spotted in some of the worst places today, from 911 call centers to airports. We're breaking down what caused this technology nightmare.
This is Apple Valley News Now at 5 on your side.
Good evening and thank you for joining us. I'm Alyssa Warner.
And I'm Austin Reed. Tonight we are tracking that massive technology outage. It's impacting everything from hospitals to border crossings, even TV stations.
Yeah, and travel was really impacted, had huge disruptions today. It's all being blamed on a faulty bit of code pushed out by one cybersecurity company. Lee Waldman has the latest.
We know what the issue is. We're resolving and have resolved the issue now. It's recovering systems that are out there.
George Kurtz is the CEO of CrowdStrike, the U.S.-based cybersecurity company at the center of Friday's global technology meltdown.
The system was sent an update, and that update had a software bug in it and caused an issue with the Microsoft operating system.
An issue that's plunged critical global systems and businesses into chaos. Sectors like banks, healthcare, and government agencies to emergency response, supply chain operations, and air travel.
It's just ridiculous, actually. It's unbelievable.
I tried checking in at the kiosk and I'm like, okay, there's nothing.
And the U.S. major carriers like Delta, United, and American Airlines and others have experienced hundreds of cancellations and delays Friday. Carriers in Europe, Asia, and the Middle East are reporting the same. CrowdStrike says progress is being made, but in a number of cases, it requires a painstakingly slow manual system reboot.
We are working with each and every customer to make sure that we can bring them back online.
A process that could take hours or days, time that many travelers don't have.
It's just terrible. People spend thousands of dollars to go on vacation, and this is the situation that we get put through.
I'm Lee Waldman reporting.
Locally, the outage impacted government agencies, public safety departments, banks, and hospitals. We took a trip to the Tri-Cities airport today, where first thing this morning, they posted an alert on their Facebook page. It said, quote, "A major technology outage has affected our air travel today. Check in with your airline directly for information about your flight status," end quote. The airport's director, Buck Taft, says this was one of the worst outages PSC has ever experienced. Here's why.
Well, this morning we had some delays. Some flights got out on time, some were delayed, and we've had one cancellation. And right now it appears as though everything is on time throughout the rest of the afternoon. But that could change. That's just looking at it right now.
Taft says for passengers to stay connected with their airline as we are heading into another busy summer travel weekend. He suggests you do that for at least the next 24 to 48 hours. Other local organizations hindered today included Yakima Memorial Hospital and Cadillac Medical Center in Richland.
Well, from the air to the interstate, summer travels mixed with construction work creates a traffic mayhem. This morning, a piece of equipment tipped over in a construction zone just inside of Pasco city limits on I-82 near Road 100. We're told that happened because the machinery got top heavy. Washington State Patrol Trooper Chris Thorson tells us no one was injured, but you can see it did cause a traffic jam. Right now, we are in the 90 most dangerous days of summer for drivers, which includes June, July, and August. Trooper Thorson says there are usually 4 main reasons for deadly crashes.
No, it leads to summertime collisions and fatalities. Number 1 is DUI, driving under the influence of alcohol and drugs. Number 2 is reckless or speeding high over the speed limits. Number 3 is distracted driving. And then number 4, at nighttime here locally, people seem not to wear their seatbelts.
Of course, it's not just cranes and crashes slowing people down. We're also in the middle of a big renovation project impacting traffic across the Blue Bridge. We're going to get an update on that coming up tonight at 6:30.
And no matter what your weekend plans are, you've got to hope that the AC works.
Yeah, it's going to be really hot out there. Meteorologist Tiffany Savona has your first alert forecast.
Good evening to both of you. And if your air conditioner is not working, you need to find somewhere where the AC is working, maybe heading to a friend's house, a family's house, or maybe a shopping mall, a grocery store where you can cool down, because we're talking about some dangerous heat headed our way. Nothing we haven't seen before, but it's just a reminder of how hot it's going to get. 101 right now in Pasco, and the Dust Devils getting ready to take on the Eugene Emeralds this evening. It's going to be a hot one if you plan on going to Giesa Stadium. Not quite as hazy as it was at this time yesterday, as the winds have been pushing the smoke away from most of the region down to the south. Temperatures right now are in the triple digits and 90s. We're 95 Walla Walla, 101 Tri-Cities, 96 in Pendleton, a little bit more haze to the east of Hermiston into the Pendleton and Walla Walla area. That's why temperatures are a little bit lower there. But the air quality looking good area-wide. That is good news. And if you're headed out to that baseball game, be sure to bring the hats. And you will also need plenty of water and possibly the sunscreen early on, because the sun doesn't set until around 8:40-ish. Temperatures in the triple digits at the start of the game, dropping into the upper 80s after sunset. We should be able to see the full July buck moon this weekend. We'll let you know when to take a peek outside, and we'll also let you know how hot it's going to get. Coming up, back to you.
Tiffany and for Stacey, thank you. We continue to track wildfires prompting evacuations in Umatilla County.
These evacuation levels have been changing very quickly all day today. We know that storms rolled through the area on Wednesday. That brought more lightning than rain, unfortunately. The state of Oregon's fire dashboard shows the result, a burst of fires that have burned tens of thousands of acres so far. We are keeping up to date with the evacuation levels over on our website, applevalleyNewsNow.com.
New tonight, Pasco police are investigating a drive-by shooting. Around 2 p.m., officers were called right here to MWA Auto on the 1300 block of A Street. PPD tells Apple Valley News Now that they received multiple reports of gunshots in the approximate area. Officers were able to confirm that a single gunshot was discharged. There is no threat to the public at this time, but police tonight now asking if you saw anything suspicious this afternoon, give them a call immediately. No word if anyone was hit or injured at all.
Now, Kennewick police spent more than an hour this morning working to take 3 people into custody. Police say they found out that multiple people wanted in relation for various crimes were in a house where the police said there might be narcotic activity. You might have seen the on-duty SWAT, the Kennewick K-9 unit, and drone operators all on West 10th Avenue this morning. Police say they were able to detain everyone inside the home safely. They arrested 3 people. Investigators also searched the house for drugs once they got a warrant approved. And a follow-up tonight, the Washington State Supreme Court is asking for feedback about the Office of Public Defense. The Washington State Bar Association is proposing new rules that would drastically cut down on the number of cases that public defenders could take. WSBA says we need that change because they say public defenders are so overworked, new lawyers aren't willing to get into public defense, and current public defenders are quitting. But the offices of public defense, at least in Benton and Franklin County, have warned they are already pushed to the limit, and they say the new rules would overwhelm the court system. So the state Supreme Court is deciding whether to accept that proposed rule change. If you'd like to weigh in, you can send your thoughts to supreme@courts.wa.gov anytime between now and the end of October. We have that link and much more information about this growing concern over on our website, applevalleyNewsNow.com.
Well, police in Yakima have arrested a man they believe is responsible for leaving people with flat tires for 3 years. Police say they first started getting reports of people driving over metal spikes called caltrops on West Chestnut Avenue, right near Summit View Elementary School in the West Valley back in 2021. Eventually, police say Homeland Security Investigations Yakima gave them information about somebody in the area buying metal spikes like these ones. So this week, officers finally served a search warrant at a home on West Chestnut. Police say they arrested one person and found evidence at the home, although they didn't specify what. And police in a Seattle suburb say 3 quick-thinking 11-year-olds were able to stop an attempted kidnapping.
It's pretty amazing. Investigators say an ice cream truck visited an apartment complex on Tuesday night, and they say in the crowd of kids that followed, a 40-year-old man tried to grab a 6-year-old. Police say 3 other children saw what was happening, pulled out their phones and started recording while telling the man to let the 6-year-old go. And amazingly, that worked.
They were really shocked that, like, what was happening, what happened, like, why did it happen? I thought he wasn't a stranger at all, like, he was a normal person. He gave the toys to the kids, and then he was, like, I think, pretending that he isn't a stranger or something.
Police say after the man let the 6-year-old go, he tried to get away, but somebody had already called 911 with a detailed description, and they say that helped officers track the suspect down nearby. Coming up tonight on Apple Valley News Now at 5, we are talking baseball.
Yeah, Monique Ledesma will be joining us live from Giza Stadium next, where they are preparing for a 3-game homestand. We're talking about the Dust Devils.
And it's going to be hot. Meteorologist Tiffany Savona has a look at some extreme heat in your weekend forecast coming up next.
So you got yourself a new hat.
Yep, had to. Fired up to fire Biden.
Now, well, first we got to deal with that Congressman, Newhouse.
That's easy. Not voting Newhouse.
You know, he voted to impeach Trump. I'm not voting for no Newhouse.
How about Jared Sessler?
Sessler the vegan?
Jared Sessler's a vegan.
He's a vegan and he wants to tax our beef.
There's only one choice.
And there is only one choice, and that's Tiffany Smiley.
Tiffany Smiley it is.
MWIC Inc. is responsible for the content of this advertising.
Choice Student Checking. Open yours today at any Yakima Federal Savings and Loan.
It's time to get moving with a new car from Overturf Kia. The new 2024 Kia Sportage gives you 3 great ways to save fuel. Available with a fuel-efficient gas engine, a gas-electric hybrid, or as a plug-in hybrid electric vehicle. A new 2024 Kia Sportage with all-wheel drive starts at just $30,990. Plus, get 1.9% interest for up to 48 months. Shop online anytime at overturfkia.com. Overturf Kia at the base of the Blue Bridge in Kennewick.
I'm Tiffany Smiley, and I approve this message.
He's been in office way too long. He's completely out of touch. Even voted to give total amnesty and citizenship to millions of illegal immigrants. You might be thinking Joe Biden, but it's Dan Newhouse. That's right. Amnesty Dan and Sleepy Joe work together to encourage the invasion of gangs, drugs, and crime into our communities. So now it's time for Dan and Joe to go.
A drunk driver just blew a stop sign and we collided. My vehicle was total. What about the vehicle? How am I going to get to work? How am I going to continue taking care of my family? I contacted Tamaki Law and I told them about what had happened. Tamaki made it very simple, very easy. It was a stress relief for me. If you happen to be in an accident, call Tamaki Law.
Josh Cobra, First Alert Weather on Good Morning Northwest from Apple Valley News Now on your side.
The Dust Devils are back at Giza Stadium, and it's family feast night. But if you are headed out for some baseball, you are going to want to hydrate.
And don't forget the sun protection. Monique Ledesma joining us live from the stadium tonight with a preview. Hello there.
Hi, Austin and Alyssa. I'm joined here live at Giza Stadium with the general manager of the Tri-Cities Dust Devil, Daryl. What is tonight going to look like for fans?
Yeah, it's going to be an exciting night. Tonight is Marvel Defender of the Diamond night. We're going to be wearing a Marvel-inspired jersey and hat, and the jerseys are going to be auctioned off during the game. Fans can win those and take those home tonight, get them autographed and all that. Also, it's Family Feast night, thanks to Yotes Fresh Market. So we've got discounted concession items, and should be a really great night all around.
Now, this isn't your guys' first time playing Eugene tonight, so how is tonight's matchup going to be different than any other matchup that they had before with Eugene?
Yeah, everybody's getting off of the All-Star break, so the whole league has been off for the last 4 days. So it's going to be a fresh start for everybody. Hopefully, we're ready to. We had a really good series, our last series against Hillsborough on the road. We took 4 out of 6 games there. So hopefully we're trending in the right direction. Team will be good, but Eugene's a really good team. They were in the first half, and hopefully we can match up well tonight.
Now, I believe you guys had 3 NWL Players of the Week, right?
We had 2. We had a pitcher, Clark, on the pitching side, and then also on the hitting side, Stevens was our player of the week as well.
So how are you guys going to have that momentum rolling into this week as well?
Yeah, hopefully they're ready to go. I mean, again, with the 4 days off and the break, sometimes you can come out of that roaring and ready to go, and sometimes you can come out a little flat. So hopefully we're ready, and they had a workout yesterday, and hopefully everything's ready to go.
And how has the season been so far for you guys? Is it where you guys would like it to be so far?
Yeah, for us, on my side of things, it's really about the business side of it all. And our attendance and all the business pieces of it are going really well. So that's really strong. The team record is not necessarily where anybody wants it, but, we got a lot of games in the second half and keep going and moving forward.
Okay, and lastly, what time is tonight's first pitch at?
7:05. Gates open at 6:05. DustDevilsBaseball.com, the official website for all ticketing needs.
All right, well, you heard it here, folks. 7:05 is when the first pitch is. We'll do another live hit later on at 6 where you can hear more from Daryl. For now, reporting at Giza Stadium, Monique Ledesma, Apple Valley News Now.
Monique and Daryl, thank you so much. Well, with our triple-digit heat pushing into the weekend, being a little nosy can actually be a good thing.
I think that's the only time we're going to tell you that. Now, in the United States and around the world, we've told you this before, extreme heat causes more deaths than any other natural hazard or extreme weather event. Juan Gutierrez is the public health nurse and clinic supervisor for the Benton Franklin Health District. He tells us when it comes to triple-digit heat, you're going to want to check on your neighbors and your loved ones, especially people in high-risk groups.
Individuals in our lives, like maybe our elders or our neighbors who are younger, they may not tolerate the heat as well. So it's really important to call and check in on your neighbors, or just do a friendly visit if you have a good relationship with the elders in your life or the people within your neighborhood, to make sure that they're doing okay.
And if you don't feel comfortable checking on your own, you can always call law enforcement or just ask a friend to go with you.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Tiffany Savona.
Good evening, and that is a good reminder that the heat can be very dangerous this time of year, and it is the #1 weather killer compared to every other scenario. Let's look at our temperatures right now. We are in the 90s and we are in the triple digits. We're at 101 in Tri-Cities, 100 in Hermiston, 95 in Walla Walla, 96 in Pendleton, 97 in Yakima. We're at 100 degrees in Toppenish, and this heat will only continue to build as we head into the weekend. I want to show you our visible satellite imagery because we're not seeing nearly as much smoke or haze as we did yesterday. You can see some of that smoke moving north into portions of Morrow and also Umatilla County, but it's really not as widespread across portions of Washington as it was yesterday. That's because of the winds. The surface winds in Northeast Oregon are more out of the north and west today. Same story for the low-level and mid-level winds. So that's pushing the smoke more to the south this afternoon. Now, we are still seeing some smoke and haze in Pendleton and Walla Walla, but the Tri-Cities looking pretty good this evening. Same story for the Yakima and Kittitas Valley, which is going to make for great viewing conditions if you want to try to check out the full buck moon. Now, the moon won't be completely full until Sunday morning when you're sleeping, but it's still going to appear full tonight and tomorrow night. The moon will rise just after 8 o'clock tonight, 8:07, and the sun sets around 8:40. So tonight will be a great night to view that full July moon. Tonight, early tomorrow morning, temperatures will be down into the low to middle 60s. A mild night expected, 62 in Tri-Cities, 62 in Walla Walla, 62 in Hermiston, and 61 degrees in Yakima. Tomorrow, that area of high pressure is going to move a little bit farther northward. So we've been telling you that the heat is going to continue to intensify across the region. That's why the National Weather Service has issued an excessive heat warning for the entire region for highs up to 110 as we head into the weekend. We'll get little relief overnight. You want to stay indoors if possible, and you know the drill. If you're going to be outside, you need to hydrate, you need the sunscreen, take as many breaks in the shade as possible, and really try to be outside during the early morning or early evening hours. That's when you'll be able to tolerate the heat the most. Here's the weather pattern for Saturday. There's that ridge of high pressure, so temperatures in that darker red will be 10 to 15 degrees above average, and we should be in the middle 90s for this time of year. Tomorrow, we're going to be well into the triple digits. There will be a little bit of haze out there as well. 106 Tri-Cities, 106 in Hermiston, 105 Walla Walla, 105 at Hanford, and 103 in Yakima. Sunday, that high strengthens a little bit more. Record highs will be possible again for portions of eastern Washington, and eastern Oregon. And we'll get close to record highs across our region. The record in the Tri-Cities, 110. We're forecasting 110 on Sunday, 108 for Yakima on Sunday. The record to beat is 102. And then we keep it in the triple digits Monday. The wind will start to pick up, so the fire threat is going to stay high this weekend and into early next week. But we will get relief as we see temperatures falling into the 90s and even 80s by the end of next week. So that's something to look forward to. Walla Walla 105 tomorrow, 108 Sunday. The record to beat is 108 in Walla Walla. Hermiston 106, 109 tomorrow with that record of 104. We have triple digits Monday, but then a slow cooling trend, if you can call it that, as we head into next week. Alyssa and Austin, back to you.
Thanks, Tiffany. We'll check in with you in a bit. Now, coming up next on Apple Valley News Now at 5, we are tracking a split in the Democratic Party over President Biden's political future. We'll be right back.
A lake, a river, and a canal. Fly the Northwest. Apple Valley News Now at 6 Tuesday.
Tonight, the pressure building on President Biden. Plus, did the RNC messaging change any minds? In this race for the White House, more Americans turn to World News Tonight with David Muir, the most watched newscast on television.
Next extra, Princess Kate's triumphant return to the spotlight.
This was one of the very rare times that we've seen Kate in public.
What it means for her recovery, plus William's rift with Harry and the toll it's taking. Next extra.
Tonight at 7:30 on Apple Valley News Now.
Tiffany Smiley is not who she says she is.
Tiffany Smiley started a PAC claiming to raise money to support conservative candidates, but contributions were funneled to pay off her own $1 million campaign debt.
Of the almost $800,000 she raised, only $24,800 went to candidates. Instead, Tiffany used the money on luxury travel and to try to pay off her massive debt.
Tiffany Smiley deceived her donors. Don't let her deceive you.
I'm Dan Newhouse, and I approve this message.
Wild Horse Resort and Casino is shifting into high gear with the $160,000 Ultimate American Road Trip. Win free play gas cards or cruise your way up to $50,000 cash every Friday and Saturday. Earn entries every day and multiply them on select Mondays. Then, on July 27th, win a new Harley-Davidson motorcycle. Wild Horse Resort and Casino. More winners, more often.
Get ready for an unforgettable season with the Yakima Valley Pippins baseball team. We're celebrating our 10th season, and we want you to be a part of the excitement. Join us at the Yakima County Stadium for a fun, affordable, and professional baseball experience. From single game tickets to season ticket memberships, group events, and merchandise, we have options to fit everyone's needs. This season only, we're offering special deals to celebrate our 10th season. Don't miss out on Yakima Valley Pippins baseball.
I felt like there was just no answers to get out of the anxiety and the depression that I had.
Introducing Neurostim TMS, Washington's leading provider of transcranial magnetic stimulation, or TMS therapy. TMS is not shock therapy. It's an FDA-approved, easy outpatient experience and covered by all major medical insurances.
There's nothing better than just being able to enjoy life again.
Reach out to Neurostim TMS today and rediscover the light and joy in your life.
Dishwasher on the fritz? Laundry giving you fits. A water heater that quits. In a world without Culligan, hard water makes life harder. Get a Culligan softener, the world's best. Put your water worries to rest.
Turning to politics now, tonight, President Biden says he is planning return on the campaign trail next week, despite calls from within his own party to drop out of the race.
Yeah, so more than 30 Democratic lawmakers in Congress have called for Biden to set aside his re-election hopes. Now, as the president is battling COVID-19, he's insisting he has what it takes to win against Donald Trump again. President Biden is expected to become the Democratic Party nominee at their convention next month, but it could happen even sooner. The Democratic National Committee is pushing to hold a virtual vote before the convention even begins. Now, World News Tonight will have continuing coverage of the race for the White House coming up at 5:30.
And we will be right back in the meantime.
Smoke City for Less. We are open 7 days a week with now 5 locations.
If you think Dee Dee likes being cooped up all day, then you'd be wrong. Because Dee Dee knows if you live anywhere near here or there, you're within winning distance of right here, Legends Casino Hotel. Yep, that's how Dee Dee likes to roll. Get out of the house, go have some fun, and play to win. Legends Casino Hotel, because you're within winning distance, and fun is how we roll.
Dear unbreakable spirit, when the terrain is gnarly, you steady us. When obstacles are ahead, you lift us. When the turf is hostile, you inspire us. Own a legend. Toyota Trucks.
Right now, you can lease a new 2024 Tacoma for just $389 per month. Find yours at Toyota.com. Toyota. Let's go places.
Where's the most mouth-watering pizza and best salad bar in town? Well, Hubby's Pizza, of course. Order Hubby's Pizza tonight and get a large 16-inch pepperoni pizza for just $16.49. Mouth-watering yumminess. The perfect fresh dough and toppings for a quick and easy dinner. And now you can get your favorite pizza delivered from Grubhub, dine in, or carry out. Acquire the Hubby's Habit, your hometown favorite for nearly 50 years.
Visit Fred's Appliance today and explore unbeatable deals on the largest selection of in-stock Get It Today inventory in the region. Upgrade your kitchen with the spacious LG refrigerator for just $16.99 after a $100 mail-in rebate. With its innovative cooling technology and generous storage capacity, keep your food fresher for longer while enjoying the modern design that complements any kitchen decor. The Smart Thin Q technology allows you to control your refrigerator from your smartphone. We sell appliances, only appliances.
I have worked with Senator Curtis King for the past 2 years, and I know how much he cares about the constituents in his district. He is well respected by both parties. He is results-oriented, and he works very hard for the district.
We got to elect Curtis King. He has a proven record. We're very lucky to have him as a representative in the Senate.
There is no better candidate for the job than Senator Curtis King.
I'm Senator Curtis King, and I'd appreciate your support. Thank you.
A serial killer who knew his victims. A mother who would stop at nothing to find the killer. Now tonight, the prison interview with the killer.
I touched him, so.
And the only surviving victim speaks out. 2020, tonight on ABC.
Next ET, our Kathy Lee Gifford exclusive, talking life after daytime TV.
Part of it is just gut instinct.
Plus, new music from Joe Jonas.
It's a lot of pressure.
Next ET.
At 7 on Apple Valley News Now.
Welcome back. It is hot out there and only getting hotter.
Yeah, let's check in one more time with meteorologist Tiffany Savona with your forecast. Hey, Tiffany.
And it's going to stay hot over the next few hours. So if you have those evening plans, look for temperatures in the triple digits at 7. The sun sets around 8:40. So after sunset, temperatures will be dropping into the upper 80s and then middle 70s by 11 o'clock. If you need to do any yard work, say mowing the lawn, I would wait until tomorrow morning or Sunday morning to do it. Do it in the early morning hours. That's going to be your best bet, because during the afternoon, you're going to want to stay inside. Temperatures will be in the triple digits, close to record highs in many locations. Tri-Cities 110. The record is 110. We're still hot, a bit breezy on Monday. Fire threat will stay high through the weekend, especially across Northeast Oregon. Walla Walla 105 tomorrow, 108 on Sunday. Breezy Monday, 106 in Hermiston, 109 Sunday. We will see some relief. We just have to wait a few more days. 90s return by Tuesday, and we may drop into the upper 80s by the end of next week. Alyssa and Austin?
All right, thanks, Tiffany. Now, we do want to check in on our restaurant showdown that we've been tracking. This is something that we're doing online that is fun. You can be a part of it. What you do is scan the QR code with your smartphone. It'll take you to a link where you can vote for your favorite restaurant in the entire region.
Yeah, 32 restaurants made it through round 1, so now it is time for you to vote for the Sweet Delicious 16 in round 2. It's super easy. Just scan the QR code or go to our website, applevalleyNewsNow.com. We'll have more details for you coming up at 6.
All right, we'll see you then.